Well, hello everybody. This is a beautiful day. I've already been outside, and I'll tell you why I was outside. I wanted to do this video about Father's Day. I took my camera, something to drink, a pillow. I was all prepared to go up on the roof. I wanted to sit up there where you could look and see behind me the background of downtown Lexington. That is going to be an excellent view for my viewers. Well, I got up there, and you know what happens when you get in the sun with your iPad or your iPhones. You can't see the screen. There's nothing. It just looks black, and you can't see the buttons. Well, I was up there for about 15 minutes, clicking on buttons, punching, never could see if I was hitting the right buttons, and of course I wasn't. So I gave up on that. And besides that, the air conditioning units are up on the roof, and they're so noisy, I decided they're not going to hear what I have to say. Might as well go down. Well, okay, that doesn't work. I just pick up my drink, I pick up my pillow, I pick up my video camera on the tripod, and down I go through the lobby outside to the median that you've seen before on another video, because it's beautiful out there. Well, I get out there and I discover they've removed the benches along the median. Well, I can't do a video standing up for 20 or 30 minutes. I've got to sit down somewhere. There was no place to sit. Back to the lobby, discovered my little clicker was missing. Now, this is my little clicker. This is how I turn my video on and turn it off. And I had to have that. Where did I lose it? Between the roof and the median. So the doorman's helping me. He's looking. And I said, you know, it just might be still up on the roof. So I carry my equipment up to the roof, and there it laid on the table. Thank goodness for that. I came back to my condo and said, well, I guess I'll go back to square one. My little yellow chair in the living room. So here I am. We're going to talk about Father's Day. And I really hope the most of you who are watching still have your fathers. And you plan to celebrate the day for him this weekend. There were 8 of us kids still living, and 7 girls, 1 boy. At the time, 5 of the girls were married. There was my sister, me, and my younger brother still living at home, still in school. So everybody would come home on Father's Day. That was a requirement, Mother's Day and Father's Day. And before they had the interstate, I was living in Louisville. It would take us 5 hours to drive the trip, but we still had to be there, and we were. Now, I don't know if you know what it's like to have one bathroom and 8 or 10 people trying to get in it on Sunday morning. It's not easy, and it's not fun, but we managed. And Mama was insistent on us going to church. She liked to show off her children. And of course, we were usually the family with the most children present. And recognition was given to fathers on Father's Day. There was a token gift for the oldest father, the youngest father, and the father that had the most children present. That was us. Oh, wait a minute. Sometime the Smith family came, and they only came on Father's Day. We noticed that. They had 8 children too. We knew the Smith family well. So we're all in church. My sister and I, one next to me, we always sat behind this great big post on the left side of the auditorium because we could whisper. And Daddy, if he was sitting in the choir, he always sat on the end seat, the back row, and you could see him well, and he could see us, except when we sat behind the post. We knew if he saw us talking, he's just liable to stand up, walk down, and sit with us. Now, that's punishment worse than death, when your daddy's going to sit with you in church, and we weren't going to have that. Okay. My sisters were sitting different places. There were a couple here and 3 of them over there, and the sister next to me we were behind the post. It came time to recognize fathers. The oldest father received his token gift. The youngest father received his. Now, they were ready to recognize the father with the most children present. And yes, John Smith's family was there. Now, one thing I have to tell you is every Sunday morning, Daddy would give my sister, my brother, and me a dime for Sunday school offering. This offering was put in a little envelope about this big, and we would give that in Sunday school. Every now and then, Daddy would give us 2 nickels. 1 nickel for the offering envelope, the other nickel went in our pocket. Now we're in church waiting and dreading the father with the most children present. Okay, Brother Wayne Scott said, well, the father, let's start with 10 children. Is there a father here with 10 children? Everybody looked around, waited. Nobody stood. Okay, how about 9 children? Nobody stood. Well, is there anyone here with 8 children? Okay. The Smith family stood. The Eastep family stood. Each with 8 children. Okay. Let's start with Mr. Eastep. Mr. Smith, your family can sit. You can sit. He said, would Mr. Eastep's children all stand? We stood. He began counting. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Mr. Eastep has 7 children present. Uh-oh, something's wrong. My sister next to me and I, we knew exactly what was wrong. Mr. Eastep, if you'll sit down. Now, Mr. Smith, will you and your family stand? They did. 5, 6, 7, 8. Mr. Smith has 8 children present. Well, Mr. Smith, you and your family sit down, and Mr. Eastep, I'm going to ask your family to stand again. That was pure torture for my sister and me. Everybody staring at us. We had to stand again. 4, 5, 6, 7. Mr. Eastep only have 7 children here. I believe a couple of you deacons might want to go home with Mr. Eastep after church. There's a young boy that might need your protection. Well, my sister and I looked at each other while we rang our bulletins. We knew what the other was thinking. We don't need 2 deacons to go home with Daddy. If we catch our brother, he's gonna pay, and he better be able to run fast. We knew exactly where he was. He had forgotten that it was Father's Day, and he took that nickel straight to the milk dairy to buy the best ice cream cone you would ever eat. We didn't get to buy those ice cream cones very often, but anytime Daddy gave us 2 nickels, one of them went through the milk dairy, and we had the ice cream cone. Now that's the Father's Day that we used to sit on the front porch and laugh about. We always remember that one Father's Day when John Smith got the token gift on Sunday morning. My dad was a good man, and he expected us in church every Sunday morning. You could make any kind of excuse you wanted to. And when you said you were sick, you better look sick, and you better be throwing up before you could get out of going to church. That's the kind of man he was. He'd grown up as an orphan. He was the last of 11 siblings. My mother was the last of 13 siblings. My dad died when he was 80 years old. And I have to tell this little story too. The pastor at Park Hill Baptist Church, they needed a new church building. And he asked my dad, who was a builder and construction worker, if he would come and build them a church. Daddy did. He built them a church. And then he was asked if he would stay and teach the adult Bible class. He left his church and went to Park Hill Baptist Church. When the minister conducted my father's funeral, he said, he told the story. He said he came with his saw, his level, and his hammer, and he built us a church. And then we asked him to come and teach the adult Bible class for us. He left his church and he taught this Bible class. He remained with us for 15 years and never missed a Sunday. That was my dad. He was dedicated. I hope you appreciate this story. I hope you see a little humor in it as well, because I can tell you a lot of funny stories that included my dad. Things he didn't even know about, because we kept a lot of things secret from him. But this weekend, if your dad is still around, make sure you are with him. You won't appreciate him until he's gone. So, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you'll be with me for the next one and the next one, because I will continue to tell short stories of this nature. So, I'm going to use my little clicker that I found, and I'm cutting you off. Thank you for watching.